Nestled on the equator in South America, Ecuador found itself navigating the complex currents of the Cold War, a period marked by ideological confrontations and geopolitical struggles between the United States and the Soviet Union. This article explores Ecuador's role during the Cold War, examining its commitment to neutrality, regional tensions, and the economic challenges that shaped the nation's trajectory. Neutrality and Diplomatic Balancing Act. During the Cold War, Ecuador adopted a policy of neutrality, aiming to distance itself from the ideological conflicts that characterized the era. The government, led by various leaders such as José María Velasco Ibarra and Galo Plaza Lasso, sought to maintain Ecuador's sovereignty and independence amidst the superpower rivalry. Ecuador's neutrality allowed the nation to avoid direct entanglements in the global ideological struggle. Regional tensions and border disputes. Ecuador's relations with neighboring countries played a significant role in its Cold War experience. The long-standing border dispute with Peru over the Amazon region, known as the Cenepa War, flared up in the late 20th century during a particularly tense period of Cold War politics. The conflict, which took place in 1995, reflected the broader regional dynamics influenced by geopolitical considerations and Cold War legacies. Economic challenges and dependency. Ecuador's economy faced challenges during the Cold War, influenced by global economic dynamics and regional geopolitical shifts. The nation's economic structure, dependent on exports like oil, bananas, and shrimp, made it susceptible to fluctuations in global markets. The economic vulnerabilities of Ecuador became intertwined with Cold War considerations, as external pressures and global economic policies affected the nation's economic stability. Military dictatorship and U.S. relations. Ecuador experienced periods of political instability during the Cold War, including military coups and dictatorships. The U.S., concerned about the spread of communism in Latin America, engaged with various governments in the region, sometimes supporting regimes that aligned with American interests. This dynamic influenced Ecuador's internal politics, with the military dictatorship of the 1970s reflecting the broader Cold War context. Development projects and foreign aid. Ecuador's quest for development during the Cold War saw the nation engaging with international institutions and seeking foreign aid. The U.S. and the Soviet Union both pursued influence in Latin America through development projects, foreign aid, and cultural exchanges. Ecuador, like many nations, participated in these programs, which sometimes had lasting impacts on the nation's infrastructure and institutions. Post-Cold War transition. As the Cold War drew to a close in the late 20th century, Ecuador faced the challenges of transitioning into a new global order. Economic reforms, political changes, and the aftermath of regional conflicts shaped Ecuador's post-Cold War trajectory. The nation sought to redefine its role in a world marked by shifting geopolitical alliances and economic globalization. Conclusion. Ecuador's experience during the Cold War was marked by a commitment to neutrality, regional tensions, and economic challenges. The nation's ability to navigate these complexities allowed it to maintain a degree of independence in the face of global ideological struggles. The legacies of this period continue to influence Ecuador's diplomatic and economic relationships in the 21st century, as the nation reflects on its Cold War history while engaging with contemporary global dynamics.